Today I'm going to show you how to upcycle a button-up shirt into something like this. You can find one of these at a thrift store, or maybe you have one already in your closet. It's pretty simple. This is a design I used to do when I first started upcycling, and there's only a few steps. So this will hopefully be good for beginners, and it can also be a no-sew upcycle if you would like. We'll include tips in the video on how to make it a no-sew design, and we hope you enjoy it. So the first step is going to be cutting off the bottom of the shirt where we want it to end at the chest. It's best to measure from the bottom up equally on both sides and then mark across. Also, when cutting the bottom of the shirt, it's best to have it buttoned so you know you're going all the way across equally on the front piece of fabric and the back. I originally drew this line to be about an inch underneath the pocket, but I think I want to have more space to do the rolled hem, make sure that I'm not touching it, and then I won't have to worry about this button. So I'm probably going to end in between these two buttons. You don't really need to finish the bottom. Sometimes it's nice to let the fabric fray on its own, but for this particular project I am going to finish the bottom. So I will unbutton it, flip it inside out. Now that it is flipped inside out, we're going to first fold up about 1/2 inch, and you could press here if you would like with your iron, but then we're going to flip it once more to cover that raw hem, and here you will start pinning. You can also iron it just to give it a flat, flush edge. Now that we have this bottom hem pinned, it is time to sew. And you can also go around with the ruler and make sure that this bottom hem is 1/2 inch, just so it looks clean when you're finished. Now that the top portion of the shirt is complete, we're going to work on the bandeau top. A few years ago when I started making these designs, I would use a ring to secure the front of the bandeau top, but for simplicity of this tutorial, we are just going to finish this edge and it will be secured by tying the two loose ends around the chest. You could just finish right here and tie this section of the shirt around your chest like a bandeau top, but for today we are going to finish this hem so we don't have to worry about the fabric fraying. Before we can finish the hem, I'm going to need to take this button off because it will be in the way of this rolled hem. And since I'm taking this one off, I'm going to go ahead and remove this one as well with my seam ripper. Now we're going to finish this hem just like we did this one. So it is inside out, and we are going to fold over 1/2 inch and another 1/2 inch, and then we're going to sew along this hem. Right, that is it. You have the pullover and the bandeau top that ties in the front. Let us know what other tutorials you'd like to see in the comments.